Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for gathering here today. It means a great deal that you have taken a moment out of your busy lives a life that is often filled with countless responsibilities, obligations, and distractions to pause, reflect, and connect with one another over something truly significant and deeply impactful. In our fast-paced world, it can be all too easy to lose sight of the important conversations we need to have as individuals and as a community. Today, I want to talk to you about a subject that resonates with so many of us, a topic that encompasses the complex spectrum of pain, resilience, and the ultimate triumph of the human spirit. This is not just a theoretical discussion, rather, it is a personal journey, a journey we all traverse at some point in our lives. It is a path that often seems insurmountable, filled with obstacles and challenges that can leave us feeling defeated. Yet I stand before you today to convey a message of hope despite the trials we face. This journey can lead to profound strength and remarkable growth, transforming our wounds into wisdom. We live in a world where many individuals, whether intentionally or inadvertently, may wish to harm us, sow seeds of doubt, or knock us down when we are already vulnerable. Such experiences can be deeply painful and isolating. But I'm here to remind you that even in these challenging moments, there is a divine presence at work. God, in His infinite wisdom and love, will break those who wish to harm you or hinder your path to greatness. This breaking may seem harsh, but I assure you, it is part of a greater plan for your life. In that breaking, there is a powerful metamorphosis that can lead to liberation and renewal. It is through these moments of struggle that we often learn the most about ourselves, discovering reservoirs of strength we never knew existed. The trials we endure can serve as catalysts for change, prompting us to rise above our circumstances and become the individuals we were always meant to be. So as we gather here today, let us embrace the journey of pain and resilience, understanding that each challenge we face is an opportunity for transformation. Together, let us support one another, share our stories, and cultivate a spirit of unity and encouragement. Remember, it is through adversity that we may discover our true selves and emerge stronger than we ever thought possible. Throughout our lives, we encounter individuals who, whether intentionally or perhaps as an unconscious response to their own suffering, choose to project their pain onto us. These individuals might be those we are closest to, such as family members or friends, or they could be complete strangers whose paths we cross in everyday life. Often, these people deal with their own insecurities and wounds by tearing others down, attempting to elevate their own self-worth at the expense of someone else's well-being. We may not always see these encounters coming sometimes. The individuals laden with deep emotional scars and unresolved issues seek to lash out and inflict the very pain they are experiencing onto those around them. They may not even recognize the cycle of hurt they perpetuate, driven by an instinctual need to cope with their own suffering. Yet, as we weather these emotional storms and navigate the complex relationships that life throws our way, we come to recognize something profoundly enlightening. The intention behind their hurt often stems from their own brokenness and a desperate desire for relief from their internal turmoil. This realization can be both freeing and burdensome. It allows us to empathize with the hurtful actions of others. However, it also exposes us to the risk of becoming entangled in a toxic cycle of pain and suffering. This toxic dance can ensnare us if we allow it to, if we permit the negativity and bitterness of others to seep into our own hearts and minds. Yet, amidst this turmoil and the hurtful commentary that fills the air, I urge you to hold on to a belief that transcends the pain inflicted by those around us. God sees every tear we shed, every moment of despair we experience, and every ounce of strength we must summon just to face another day. Each of our struggles does not go unnoticed. The divine presence is aware of our plight. In moments when we feel defeated or battered by the unkindness of others, it is crucial to remember that there is a higher understanding of our suffering. In holding on to this belief, we can find solace in the knowledge that while others may fail to recognize our worth, we remain cherished in the eyes of the divine. We can choose to break the cycle instead of allowing ourselves to be pulled into their shadows. Instead of responding with anger or hurt, we can counter their negativity with compassion, understanding that their actions are often a reflection of their internal chaos. By doing so, we not only protect ourselves from being engulfed in the toxic patterns of blame and resentment, but we also cultivate an inner strength that is fortified by love and forgiveness. Let us strive to embrace our experiences, learn from them, and rise above the pain, turning our hearts toward kindness and healing, both for ourselves and for those who may not yet understand their own suffering. In this way, we can transform the negativity into an opportunity for growth and healing, reminding ourselves that, ultimately, love prevails over hurt and light can emerge from even the darkest situations. In the darkest of times, when the burdens of life feel as though they are pressing down upon you with the weight of an insurmountable mountain, it is essential to hold on to the belief that this moment is not the definitive end of your journey. Rather, consider it as a mere chapter in the vast and intricate narrative of your life, not the complete story. It's crucial to acknowledge that every life is composed of a series of moments, some filled with joy and triumph, and others steeped in struggle and pain. Denzel Washington, a luminary in the world of film and a source of inspiration for many, once remarked, "Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship." These powerful words resonate with a profound truth about the human experience. We often find that our most significant growth emerges during times of challenge, difficulty, and discomfort. It is in these moments, when we are pushed out of our comfort zones and stretched beyond our perceived limits, that we begin to uncover the immense strength and resilience that lies within us. Adversity is not just a hurdle, it is a catalyst for personal development. Every struggle you encounter, every hardship that tests your endurance, can be viewed as a unique opportunity for growth and transformation. It's in these trials that you learn more about your capabilities, your passions, and your purpose. The weight of sorrow, disappointment, or failure may seem unbearable at times, but amidst the darkness, there is often a glimmer of light that promises hope and renewal. Additionally, it is important to recognize that there is a divine purpose for your pain. While it may be difficult to discern the reasons behind your struggles in the moment, trust that in due time, clarity will emerge from the chaos surrounding you. Just as the night ultimately gives way to the dawn, so too will your challenges lead you to a deeper understanding of yourself and the world around you. So, each time you find yourself burdened by the hardships of life, take a moment to pause and reflect. Instead of allowing despair to take hold, choose to see these moments as essential stepping stones on your path. Embrace them, learn from them, and remember that your story is far from over. With each new day, you have the opportunity to write a new page, filled with possibilities, newfound strength, and the promise of brighter tomorrows. You see, it often takes a profound sense of breaking before we can truly begin the process of rebuilding ourselves and our lives. Life, with its unpredictable twists and challenging hardships, may shatter us into pieces, leaving us feeling vulnerable and lost. However, amid this chaos and despair, we can find solace in the understanding that God will step in to heal our wounds. It is a divine promise that amidst our suffering, there is a greater purpose, a chance for restoration. Those who set out to harm us, driven by their own insecurities or malice, can often become victims of the very forces they aimed to unleash upon us. It is a curious irony of the universe when we are attacked or wronged. It's not just our spirit that bears the brunt of the damage. The negative intentions of others, fueled by hate or jealousy, can backfire, reflecting their own inner turmoil. This man, for instance, found himself at a crossroads after experiencing deep betrayal. He recognized that holding onto anger and resentment only chained him to the very pain he wished to escape. In a moment of clarity, he made the courageous decision to forgive those who had wronged him. But this act of forgiveness was not intended for their benefit, rather. It was a necessary step for his own healing journey. He learned that by releasing his hold on bitterness, he could free his spirit from the shackles of resentment. As his heart began to open up, much like a flower unfurling its petals to bask in the warmth of the morning sun, he experienced a profound transformation. This moment of vulnerability was not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to newfound strength and resilience. It was in this delicate balance of vulnerability and strength that he stumbled upon an undeniable truth: God was at work behind the scenes of his life, orchestrating a path toward healing. Though he couldn't always see the bigger picture, he began to recognize subtle signs of divine intervention. Small blessings, unexpected kindnesses, and moments of clarity whispered to him that he was not alone in his struggles. In the midst of his journey, he realized that each hardship he faced was not just a setback, but a stepping stone toward a deeper understanding of himself and his purpose. As he surrendered to this divine workings, he found hope and peace blossoming in the most unexpected places, encouraging him to embrace love and let go of fear. Ultimately, this revelation transformed not only his outlook on others, but also on himself, allowing him to rebuild his life on a foundation of forgiveness, compassion, and faith. Now I understand that you might be feeling a sense of skepticism or even doubt as you read this. You may be thinking to yourself, that sounds nice in theory, but how can I genuinely trust that God will take action against those who have caused me pain? Trust, as many of us have experienced, is a delicate and fragile thing. It is something that is constructed painstakingly over time through consistent and reliable interactions. However, it can be shattered in an instant by betrayal or deceit. Yet it's essential to grasp this critical insight. Our trust should not be anchored in the unreliable nature of people, who are often fallible and prone to disappointment. Instead, our trust must be firmly rooted in the unshakable qualities of God's justice and mercy. God's understanding of fairness transcends our human perceptions, and his capacity for mercy is boundless. When we find ourselves consumed by bitterness and anger, we inadvertently bind ourselves to those very individuals who have caused us harm. In doing so, we relinquish our own autonomy and power, allowing them to hold sway over our thoughts, emotions, and ultimately our lives. This self-imposed bondage only serves to prolong our suffering and impede our healing. However, there is a transformative power in the act of releasing that anger. By letting go of the resentment we hold against those who have hurt us and placing our trust in God's divine plan, we set ourselves free. This act of release is not merely a relinquishment of negative feelings, it is an empowering choice that allows us to rediscover our true potential. When we embrace this perspective, we begin to see that the very actions of those who sought to harm us can become the turning points that spark our healing and renewal. Instead of being defined by our pain, we can redefine ourselves through resilience and growth. The challenges we face can serve as catalysts, propelling us toward a brighter future filled with hope, purpose, and the deep-rooted assurance that we are ultimately supported by a higher power. You'll find that life has a remarkable and often surprising way of restoring balance. It serves as a constant reminder that, although we may encounter various trials and tribulations, there are greater, unseen forces at play in the grand tapestry of existence. The scriptures provide comfort and guidance during these times of turmoil, reminding us of a profound truth: vengeance is mine, says the Lord. This powerful statement is not meant to incite fear or instill a sense of dread in our hearts, but rather to assure us that God is always observant, fully aware of our struggles, and poised to act justly on our behalf. In moments of frustration and hurt, I urge you to resist the temptation to dwell on the actions of others, even those who may have wronged you. Instead, it is far more beneficial to focus on your own response to the situation. Reflect on the notion that your ability to respond with grace and strength is within your control, while the actions of others are not. You may find yourself grappling with thoughts such as, but what if they don't get punished? What if they continue on with their lives, seemingly unscathed and without consequences? It's important to recognize this line of thinking for what it is: a trap that can ensnare your heart and mind. Understand this vital point: the act of harboring a desire for revenge or clinging to a grudge will only serve to weigh down your spirit. Holding on to that anger and resentment is like carrying a heavy burden. It grows heavier with each passing day, sapping your energy and joy. Meanwhile, those who have caused us pain often remain blissfully unaware of the turmoil they have instigated within us. They may appear to glide through life effortlessly, perhaps even looking as if they have crafted a perfect existence. However, beneath the surface of that seemingly idyllic life, they too are navigating their own struggles and searching for their paths to peace. It is essential to remember that everyone carries their own battles and burdens, often hidden from view. In this journey of life, let us strive to cultivate inner peace and resilience, releasing the grip of anger and embracing the transformative power of forgiveness. By doing so, we not only free ourselves from the shackles of resentment, but also open our hearts to greater compassion and understanding. The restoration of balance may not always happen in the way we expect, but trust that the universe has its own rhythm, and justice, in whatever form it takes, will ultimately prevail. Instead of channeling your energy towards seeking retribution or holding on to bitterness, why not choose to pave your unique path to joy and fulfillment? Life is a journey filled with challenges, and within each of us lies an immense reservoir of strength that has been nurtured and developed through the trials we face. You have within you the incredible power to transform your pain into a profound sense of purpose. Take a moment to reflect on the difficult periods in your life, the times that felt the most painful and overwhelming. Perhaps it was the loss of a job that left you feeling adrift, a deep betrayal that shattered your trust, or a heart-wrenching breakup that left you feeling alone and lost. As you look back on these experiences, can you see how they have shaped you into the person you are today? Those challenges were not merely obstacles, they were powerful teachers that forged resilience within your character. They ignited a newfound passion for life, or nudged you to explore a path you had never envisioned for yourself. Each painful experience has the potential to be a catalyst for growth, driving you to uncover hidden strengths and capabilities that you never knew you possessed. By embracing these lessons, you can leverage your past struggles to create a brighter future. Let go of the desire for revenge or dwelling in hurt, and instead choose to learn from the experiences that have tested you. Embrace the journey of healing and self-discovery, and allow your pain to transform into a source of inspiration. Paving your path to joy is not just a possibility, it is a powerful testament to your inner strength and resilience. You have the ability to rise above your circumstances, rewrite your narrative, and impact the world in ways that resonate with your true purpose. So take that first step today, journey forward towards a life filled with meaning, joy, and the fulfillment of your dreams. I wholeheartedly encourage you to view those challenging moments not simply as setbacks or obstacles in your journey, but rather as essential setups for a much greater and more profound story that is unfolding in your life. Consider the incredible idea that God is the master storyteller, intricately weaving together the narrative of your existence, meticulously crafting each chapter to reflect your unique experiences and lessons. Every twist and turn you encounter, every heartbreak that shatters your heart into pieces, and every moment of deep despair that tests your resilience, contributes to the rich tapestry of your life. These experiences, although difficult and painful at times, are not meaningless. They are woven into the fabric of who you are becoming. They act as valuable lessons and stepping stones that guide you toward personal growth and transformation. The people who have tried to hurt you, those moments of betrayal or disappointment, and the situations that have caused you pain, ultimately become nothing more than mere footnotes in the greater narrative of your life. These individuals and experiences, while significant in the moment, are eclipsed by the overarching themes of victory, healing, and strength that will define your story. So, as you navigate through life's challenges, remember that each experience is shaping you, building your character, and preparing you for the triumphs that lie ahead. Embrace these moments as part of the journey, knowing that they are contributing to a larger purpose and a brighter future. Your story is still being written, and it has the potential to be one of resilience, grace, and incredible achievements. Keep faith in the process, for through every trial, you are emerging stronger and more capable of handling whatever lies ahead. Sometimes it's in the midst of the most profound struggles that true leaders are forged. The path is often fraught with obstacles, and yes, you might feel completely broken and overwhelmed in this moment. However, in that very breaking, something extraordinary can take shape. It is precisely within the cracks and fragments of our experiences that God has the opportunity to create something remarkable and transformative. Every time you rise from the ashes of your trials and tribulations, you emerge not just as a survivor, but as a stronger, wiser, and more compassionate individual. Each challenge you face only deepens your understanding of yourself and the world around you. You come to realize that the wounds you bear, once seen as sources of pain, can indeed serve as a powerful balm for someone else's suffering. This recognition allows you to connect with others on a profound level, offering support and empathy drawn from your own experiences. Isn't that a beautiful paradox of our faith? It teaches us that through our struggles, we can cultivate strength and resilience, and through our pain, we can find purpose in helping others. The very tests that initially feel like insurmountable burdens may, in fact, be the crucibles that shape our character and calling, guiding us to lead with grace, humility, and love. This journey isn't just about our individual growth, it's about the ripple effects we create in the lives of those around us. Embracing this journey allows us to transform our struggles into stepping stones, ultimately leading us toward a higher calling and a deeper understanding of our shared humanity. And perhaps the most profound and transformative aspect of this conversation is the deeply resonant idea of forgiveness. It's important to recognize that forgiveness does not diminish or excuse the pain you've experienced, nor does it seek to overlook the profound hurt that has been inflicted upon you. Instead, forgiveness emerges as a powerful act of liberation not for those who have wronged you, but for you and your own emotional and spiritual freedom. When you choose to forgive those who have sought to harm you, it's akin to breaking the chains that have kept you bound in resentment and sorrow. Visualize the incredible weight that will be lifted from your shoulders. It's as though you are shedding a heavy burden that has been dragging you down for far too long. In relinquishing the anger and bitterness associated with past grievances, you free yourself from the emotional shackles that have held you captive. Forgiveness is not merely an isolated act, it opens up pathways for healing and allows grace to flow abundantly into your life. By embracing forgiveness, you create a space in your heart and mind for new beginnings, for peace, and for the joy that may have felt elusive. This grace can manifest in various forms, be it through nurturing relationships, newfound opportunities, or a profound sense of inner tranquility. Ultimately, the decision to forgive empowers you to take control of your narrative, guiding you toward a brighter future filled with possibility and emotional serenity. In the course of our journeys through life, it is all too easy to lose sight of an essential truth: we are not defined by the actions or opinions of others. The perspectives that others hold about us, the labels they attempt to place upon us, do not determine our intrinsic worth or our identity. You are not merely a product of what others choose to make you, rather. You are a unique individual with your own thoughts, feelings, and aspirations, crafted by the very hands of God. You are a beloved child of the divine, inherently deserving of love, joy, and peace in every aspect of your existence. Embracing the power of forgiveness is a courageous step toward reclaiming your narrative. When you forgive, you are not absolving others of their actions. Instead, you are liberating yourself from the burdens and chains that their behavior may have imposed upon you. Forgiveness is a transformative act that allows you to take back your story, enabling you to regain your power and reshape your destiny according to your own choices and beliefs. So, I pose a crucial question for your reflection today: what will you choose? Will you continue to allow yourself to be bound by the actions and opinions of those who sought to diminish you? Or will you rise above the hurt, heal your wounds, and fully embrace the vibrant, abundant life that God has promised you? The choice is yours to make. Bear in mind that while God is a God of justice, He also extends His grace to those who have caused you pain. He will ensure that those who intended to harm you face the consequences of their actions. However, in this journey of healing and redemption, you may discover that your own heart undergoes a profound transformation. As you let go of past grievances and open yourself to healing, your spirit may become unfettered, blossoming into something radiant and beautiful. This newfound light within you can then shine brightly, illuminating the path for others who may be struggling in their own darkness. In this way, your journey of healing not only transforms your life, but also has the potential to inspire and uplift those around you. As I stand here, I feel the profound weight of this message resonating within me, and I earnestly hope that you feel it too. The world can often seem like a shadowy place, filled with uncertainties and challenges that can leave us feeling lost and isolated. Yet amid this darkness, we must remember that we carry a unique and powerful light within ourselves, the enduring promise that we are never truly alone in our struggles. In those moments when despair creeps in and hope feels distant, let us remind ourselves that we are always seen, always embraced in our vulnerabilities. Each of us is cherished and loved, not just by those around us, but by a God who intimately knows our pain, who walks with us through our trials, and who rejoices in every step we take towards healing and wholeness. This divine presence is a constant source of comfort, providing us with the strength to face our challenges head-on. It reassures us that each tear we shed is not in vain, and that every struggle has the potential to lead us towards growth and transformation. We are enveloped in a love that understands our deepest sorrows and celebrates our most triumphant moments, reminding us that we are all part of a greater tapestry of life, interwoven with the experiences of others. So as we gather here today, let us not only acknowledge our individual battles, but also lift one another up, recognizing the light that each of us brings into this world. Together, we can shine brighter, illuminating the path for those who might be wandering in darkness, and offering a reminder that healing is possible, that joy can be found again. In this shared journey, may we find solace in the knowledge that we are collectively held in grace, supported by a divine presence that knows our hearts and nurtures our spirits. Let us carry this light forward, sharing it freely and generously, knowing that we are all deserving of love, understanding, and the ultimate promise of renewal. Thank you wholeheartedly for granting me the opportunity to share this important message with you today. I want to express my sincere gratitude for each and every one of you who has taken the time to listen and engage with these thoughts. As you move forward into the week ahead, I encourage you to take the lessons we've discussed to heart. Embrace the transformative power of forgiveness, recognizing that it can heal wounds and mend relationships. Trust in God's perfect timing, understanding that everything unfolds according to a greater plan, even when it may be difficult to see in the moment. Allow yourself the space and grace to heal from any struggles or pain you may be experiencing, knowing that healing is a journey that takes time. Together, let's rise in unity, drawing on our shared strength, deepening our faith, and nurturing hope within ourselves and those around us. Let us also commit to carrying the message of love into our everyday lives, spreading kindness, compassion, and understanding wherever we go. May God bless each one of you richly and abundantly as you navigate the days ahead. Your journeys matter, and I am grateful to be part of this community with each of you.